I am right here in the middle of everything that's happening. Central London, Borough Market, surrounded by horses. Welcome to It Began in London, the channel where I document my journey as a travel content creator. And today we are in Borough Market. And the reason why I wanted to do a vlog here is simply because there's something very different than usual. Today, there's lots of horses everywhere, so let me show you. So this is a Southwark Tavern, which is a lovely pub. And today is just packed. Lots of people outside, and as you can see for yourself, there are horses. So bear in mind today we are Saturday. Borough Market is very busy as usual, but today we have horses on top of that. So I'm not a horse person, to be honest, but I just thought this is unusual. I'm not exactly sure why they are here. I have an idea, but I just want to capture this before first, and then I'll look into it exactly what it is, and obviously I will put the information at the bottom of the screen once I know for sure what this is about. But there's definitely a vibe. They've got their own music blaring out of the back of the horses. So to be fair, I mean, I've been here for a bit now, just to observe, and the horses are very calm. They're not really interacting with people. I think a lot of people are trying to stroke them, and they're just not really reacting. They're very calm and very, yeah, it's very unusual. I'll show you on the other side. Okay, so we're right next to Borough Market, next to London Bridge, and this horse here that horse here seems to be a little bit restless. I've seen it earlier. People try to, I mean, it's very calm, to be honest. But yeah, it's very unusual. Oh, there's a baby one. Yeah, so that one is a bit restless because it's moving. There's a lot of people that passes by. So yeah, I have no idea why they are here. I have an idea, but like I say, I am going to look into it and put the information below. But I just thought it was going to be a good start of the vlog, since as I said in the previous one, I am having a hard time trying to work out what exactly to talk about now in my vlogs. But it doesn't matter. For now, I'm still practicing, and once again, I am right here in the middle of everything that's happening. Central London, Borough Market, surrounded by horses, crossing the road now, and I am less aware of what's going on, I think. Let me show you this this one, they're attached to like, I have to be mindful actually to cross the road when I can. I have to be safe. There's loads of them over there. Okay, let me cross. There you go. So this is in front of the bank. This is not something you would see all the time. And it is disrupting a bit. Oh gosh, look, that one here. The bus may... Ooh, that's very tight. Wow. Amazing. The bus didn't even touch the horse's carrier. Okay, so I'm gonna go this way. Right, I'm gonna do that. It's pretty amazing. So honestly, this is not a sight you would see at all times. And look at that, there's more here on that side. It's very strange, I have to say. Oh gosh, there's even more over there, right. There's that one here. Yeah, it's very strange, I have to say. So I'm gonna be mindful because I don't know horse. I don't really understand them. So I don't want to annoy them or disrupt them really, but I could see that they are very calm. This is definitely not the right environment for them, I don't think. I mean, it's super busy. Look, if you have a look, there's just cars everywhere, taxis. It's disrupting. Okay, so I'm gonna try to press now. Oh, it doesn't want to be here. Okay, I'm gonna try to move away because it's moving. This one's annoyed. Right, I'm gonna go this way.
What's going on here?
I don't know.
Are these gypsies or what?
I have no idea.
Are you part of this group?
No, I'm not. Okay. Right. Okay, so I don't know if you heard the man asking me if I knew what was going on, and then he said, are they gypsies or anything? So that's interesting that he's the one who asked me that. Let me just show you these horses one last time, and I will explain why. Okay. Let's just keep going a little bit more. One last here. There you go. Okay. All right, so the reason why that was interesting, it's because he was part of them. So he was asking me if I was part of this crew with the horses, but he was clearly with one of them. Well, he was clearly one of them because he was carrying one of the carriages. So I think he was testing me to see if I knew what was going on. And he actually answered our question here. So we were wondering, if you were wondering what this is, who they are and why the horses are here, he's basically just told us. And yeah, so gypsies are travelers. They usually, that's what I know, is that they don't usually mingle with the rest of us, let's say. So today they just decided to come out. I've seen that before happening. I never this is the first time I'm actually walking around to see what this is really about and what's going on. And I'm actually glad that he came over and said that himself. So, and I actually recognize the accent. Yeah, it's a different accent. So that's very interesting. As you can see, there's more and more horses, and they're very calm. You see? Very interesting. It is actually bizarre. Like someone just said now. It is, yeah. It's bizarre. I didn't want to say. But do you know what? Because it could be so lovely. It could be like, I thought, because I heard about this, I even saw them. I was at the library earlier and I could see them going past. And I thought it was going to be nice and lovely to walk around with the horses everywhere. But it did not feel good. So that's it. That was it. Really, I wanted to do that today. But the other thing I wanted to say was, once again, this is my 21st vlogging in public. And what's great is that I can really see, once again, how much improvement, because I was able to just get this camera out of my bag and pretty much just press press record and start, without really worrying too much about the people around me. I have to say, yeah, definitely. And I'm wearing my glasses, so I can see what everyone's looking at and if they're paying attention. And once again, maybe it's because where I was, there was lots of horses and lots to look at, so they did not really worry about me with this, holding up this stick and chatting to myself or chatting to the lens. So I really feel that it's helping. So this is the equivalent of 3 weeks of content, of vlogs that I've created so far, and I can really see a big difference from when I first started, for me anyway. And it's all within, really, because maybe for you, you don't really see a difference from my first vlog, but I can really feel it for myself, how much easier this was to do that right here at Borough Market with lots of people, and especially in that situation where I did not feel as comfortable. It did not feel comfortable, I have to be very honest, with all the horses and the people that I wasn't sure about because I don't know them. And yeah, I'm actually very glad that the man came over to do that. I do wonder why he did that though. Maybe he wanted me to say, yeah, I think they're maybe gypsies, and he just wanted to see what people know about them or something like that. But yeah, so I was a bit mindful here. But yeah, another thing I wanted to add to this is that creating all these vlogs, this channel, and everything that I've done so far now with TikTok and Instagram and this YouTube channel, so far I haven't spoken about this to anyone. The only people who knows is obviously my parents and a few friends, but even my friends, they don't even know about my handles. They don't know about my TikTok accounts. They don't know about my YouTube channel. And I have to say, that was probably key to how quickly I've evolved on this journey, for myself anyway, because there was no pressure in terms of having to justify my actions or justify what I'm doing now and why I'm doing it or how I'm gonna do it or how much money am I making? Am I making money? Is it gonna work? Do you think this is, in the past, every time I had a project that I was excited about, I would talk about it. And every time I would always be discouraged by the end of a conversation with any friends, just because, obviously they want to share their concerns. And I've spoken about this before. That doesn't help. So now, instead of feeling that, oh, when I talk about this, it doesn't help, this is discouraging and it's such a shame, I don't have those thoughts anymore, because I know what I know. And because of that, I then avoid situations where I could feel discouraged. So it's very simple. Instead of complaining about things, it's much better to find a solution to avoid these things, to avoid feeling disappointed. So now that I know what I know, I don't share my projects with people. I don't mind if people are not aware of what I'm doing and that they're not supportive or that they're not supporting. I don't need someone I know to like my things. I don't need someone I know to follow me. I don't need someone that I know to comment or anything like that, because I know what I know. And what I know is that it's not because they're my friends or people that I know that they're necessarily going to be interested in what I'm saying or that they want to know what I'm sharing. And that's normal. And like I say, instead of feeling disappointed about it and saying that, oh, you'll see your friends are not really going to want to know about it, or they're not really going to try to understand. They may even think about it and think, oh, she's delusional, or what is she doing that for, or and blah blah blah, or whatever it is. Back in the days, I used to feel disappointed and sad and felt you feel pressure because you feel that you have to tell your friends, because that's what you're used to seeing, that, oh, when you're excited about something, you should be sharing it with your loved ones. But actually, that's not necessarily the truth. What I've noticed is that it's better to see friends and loved ones, let them talk and share their stories, for you to be happy for them and support them and feel like, great, good job for you. And you do what you'd like everyone to do, but the other way around may not be the truth. It may not happen for you. So it's okay, and you just need to accept that. You just need to also realize that as you keep on moving and as you keep on growing, there will be people who will align with you. They will want to hear what you have to say. They will want to learn, and they will want to keep on supporting you so that you could keep on going with what you have to offer. And now I'm approaching somewhere that it's much quieter, and usually I would have felt uncomfortable and I would have maybe like whispered more and all that, but I carried on. Just now, just past that bus stop, it was very quiet and there was one girl just sitting there, and yeah, if I carried on talking, she would have heard, and in the past I would have just felt like, oh, now I have to show you something, flip the camera over and show you something, but now I just carried on. So there you go. So every little bit counts, every step counts. It just pushes you further. You get closer and closer to where you need to be, and it's all about that one step at a time, one after another, and there's no point in jumping. And but to go back to what I was saying is that the more you do what you want to do and you align with what you want to do, the less you're going to care. The more you're going to learn and realize and grow. And yeah, the more you're going to realize that it's not everyone who's going to follow you along the way. And that's okay. It's not for everybody to follow you. It's just exactly the same as when you go traveling. When you go traveling somewhere, you don't take everyone with you. If I decide to go to South America, I go by myself. I don't go with all my family, and that means I'm not gonna call everyone every day to tell them I'm okay, or to tell them everything that I'm doing, or everything that I see. I'm not gonna call them to tell them that this is what I saw and it's very exciting. Now let me show you this. I genuinely want to show you. This is now, we are on Southwark Bridge. I'm gonna go back on my, actually let's go a little bit more. And then I'm gonna go back. I don't wanna go too far because I wanna go back to Borough Market to create short content. And I may do a live stream on TikTok, so let's see. So yeah, so to get back to what I was saying is just the same as when you're traveling, you're not taking all your friends with you or your family members. So in a way you cannot, it's, what I'm trying to explain is that when you are away, you don't have everyone around you. So you can only do with what you have in front of you. So whoever is there in front of you, become friends with them, you talk to them, and then you create new memories, and you just do lots of things that you don't necessarily need to call all your friends back home or your family back home to tell them about it. And that's just normal. And it's the same way as they cannot expect you to tell them everything that you do, because you're doing so many things, and it's very different from the usual, the day-to-day, everyday life. So for example, I walked on the Camino de Santiago in Spain for 1 month. It was 30 days that I did. It was 500 miles. And then I was walking every day. And when you are doing that kind of pilgrimage, because it was a pilgrimage, when you're doing that kind of pilgrimage, you don't feel like calling people or posting things, or because you are there and you are in the moment and you just want to enjoy the moment, and it's all about just walking and really like being with yourself, right? And the people around you, and making new connections, and experiencing the whole thing. And that's what I realized, that sometimes, like when you are working on a project like this, for example, for me, it began in London. It's a big project of mine. And I feel that it is a bit like a pilgrimage. I don't feel like telling everyone about it every day, because as I go along, I'm just doing things, growing, learning from it, and then I just keep on going. And I don't feel like calling my friends or my family and letting them know, oh, this is what happened today. I did a live stream and this is what's happened, and I gained this many likes and this many followers, and then this happened. I don't know, it just doesn't feel right to keep on doing it, and they're going to be bored of it because they're not going to understand. So it's just the same with any other project or travels. Whenever I would travel somewhere, or on this Camino de Santiago, it did not feel right to keep calling every day at home and just talk about what I've just done today, because you lose time from it takes away the moment when you do that, when you always have to tell and explain and try to explain to someone who doesn't necessarily understand, because they're not there and they haven't experienced it themselves. So sometimes it is really best to just make the most of what is happening around you and just embrace it. And then when you go back, then you really just talk about it. And unfortunately, not everyone will understand. And this, I'm telling you, you have to really accept that sometimes when you come back from a trip that was really amazing, sometimes it's best not to even talk about it, just because there's nothing to really explain that people will understand. Or you can talk about it, but oftentimes you will get people either rolling their eyes, or they're just like, okay, she's telling a lot of stories. And eventually they switch off, and then they just want to go back to talking about the usual things. So it's just the same as when you're talking about a business of yours, let's say, and then if you keep on talking about your business, oh, my business is doing well, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, it's growing here and that and here and that. Eventually people will switch off because they don't want to hear everything about it. And oftentimes they're asking out of politeness also. So you just need to accept that. And I've accepted that a long time ago now. Since I started traveling, I realized that you can't, if you start talking about something and the other person don't really connect or understand, they're not going to listen fully. And I've realized that if I keep on trying to talk about something and explain, and I waste a lot of energy. And now I've realized that doing this, I just want to focus all my energy on creating. I'm really aligning with what I finally want to be doing. I love video editing. I love creating videos. I love sharing ideas. I love capturing moments or going to places and sharing it. Just like today, this what was happening at Borough Market, this is something that doesn't happen very often. So I just thought, let me go there and I want to show it and I want to capture it. And even though I don't know exactly what it is, the same as you, I'm just going to go and find out at the same time. And, you know, I'm not saying that I'm an expert about every event that happens in London or anywhere else in the world. I'm also discovering and exploring alongside you, and I'm hoping that you would want to join me on discovering more and more about everywhere in the world. So today I'm going to end this video right here, and make sure you subscribe, follow, like, engage, and what else? So I've been watching videos that they say that you should put a call to action. And now I've just remembered that I shouldn't be saying this is the end of my video, because usually people will click away. So this is what I'm learning right now. And this is the aim, the reason why I'm doing these vlogs. It is for me to just practice and post and see what happens. So instead of ending my video in the usual way, I'm going to say, make sure you watch my next video. I meant to say the next video right here, you should watch it, because that's something that should interest you. So let's see. Let's see, there you go, watch it now. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.